I had this topic requested in a comment, and there is no better time than during Zenithar to dig into it. How do you quickly level your crafting trees? Before we look at each discipline, here are a couple general notes that will make leveling easier. Every character has 2 free empty loadouts to start at the armory station. Make use of this extra loadout, either by having a loadout dedicated fully to crafting, or by keeping one empty so that you can change to a blank build for free. Leaving one empty loadout can be a big help when you are lacking in skill points early on, making it possible to fully level one craft at a time and just reposition your points as you need to without any incurred gold costs. The game provides more than enough skill points to unlock everything comfortably eventually, so don't feel the need to use multiple characters to separate crafts. In fact, it is more beneficial to keep a designated crafting character if you plan to collect motif books and complete master writs. Inspiration is the term used for experience gained for crafting. You'll get inspiration from breaking things down, crafting items, researching traits on weapons and armor, discovering consumable traits, and completing your writs. Zenithar's 100% inspiration event boost will give you a huge advantage while it's active, but if you have any CP points available, be sure to put some in the inspiration boost passive for up to another 30%. And ESO Plus members also have a 10% inspiration boost included with their subscription. And characters who are orcs benefit from one more 10% inspiration boost. Regular XP boosts do not impact inspiration. Another CP skill that you can benefit from, if you have the points, is Meticulous Disassembly, which will generate an increased amount of materials from all the gear you'll be breaking down to level up anyways. ESO Plus members will have an easier time making a crafter because of the bag space required to hold materials, but you can strategically use the bank and the inventory of alternate characters to organize your crafting materials. Now, let's look at each craft and how to level them. Alchemy is leveled by making potions and poisons. The higher the level of the crafted potion, the more inspiration it's worth. This is the easiest tree to level, provided you have the materials. If you don't have the craft bag, buy stacks of cheap alchemy reagents and solvents to combine them in bulk until you've reached the next rank of the solvent proficiency passive. Once you've increased the skill, use the next level of solvent and continue the process until you hit 50. Some levels of solvents are harder to locate. Just continue using the highest level of solvent you have or can find. Always use reagents that are cheap or aren't used in any important potions or poisons to ensure you aren't wasting ingredients that you might be able to sell or use later. Crafting with 3 flowers rewards the same amount of XP as 2, so don't waste your materials. If you plan to use the character as a primary crafter, take the time to learn traits while you're leveling. But a character that will only complete daily writs needs limited trait knowledge. Leveling provisioning is right behind alchemy in terms of difficulty, and very similar overall. You'll need ingredients and recipes to cook with. You can pick up cheap ingredients from guild traders, and the chef and brewer NPCs sell basic recipes. When you reach thresholds to upgrade your recipe improvement passive, their stock will update to include level-matched recipes. These recipes are the recipes that you'll need to complete your daily writs, but you can also use them to level up provisioning. Cook the highest level of food that you can, upgrading your recipe improvement passive as you rank up. Like alchemy, cooking higher level recipes will give you added inspiration. The final consumable crafting discipline is Enchanting. This one can take considerably longer than the other 2 to level because Enchanting is mostly leveled through deconstructing glyphs. If you have a friend or a guildmate also looking to level the tree, you can work together to speed up leveling by trading crafted glyphs. Glyphs that are crafted by another player will give additional inspiration, and the higher the level and the higher the quality of the glyph that you're breaking down, the better these gains are. You could even find a crafter and ask them to craft you glyphs from your materials, or just buy crafted glyphs from guild traders. If you have no desire to find another person to craft with, you can use an XP farm like the Zombie Beach to get trash glyphs for deconstruction. You can also get inspiration from learning rune traits through crafting glyphs, but the inspiration boost is much higher at later levels, so learning traits toward the end of leveling the tree can be helpful. But like alchemy, this isn't necessary unless you plan to do master writs. The final 4 crafts are all very similar, mostly being leveled through deconstruction, with the fastest way to level being breaking down gear that has the intricate trait. White quality intricate gear gives a 280% boost to inspiration when broken down. You'll periodically find intricate gear while completing content, but you can also buy intricate gear from guild traders, and you can regularly receive intricate pieces in your daily writ coffers. As with the other crafts, making items and completing writs will also give inspiration, and you can even deconstruct the gear you pick up as you're leveling. Unlike the consumable crafts, you can level the equipment crafts by completing research also. When you research a trait, you essentially deconstruct the item to extract the trait. Research has a cooldown timer which varies per item based on how many traits you've already unlocked. The first time you research an item, it takes 6 hours before it completes the trait unlock. The time for each trait after that doubles, reaching a massive 64 days for the 9th trait without any boosts. With ESO+, research times are reduced by 10%. But it's even more important to grab the passive skills in each craft tree to decrease the timers and allow for simultaneous research to really make a difference. With only 30 days for the 9th trait if you have all of the passives, and up to 3 research timers going at one time. If you research 3 items and then remove the research passives, the clocks will keep running on all 3, but will revert to the longer timers. The first few traits are not hugely impacted by the reduction in time, but as the clock gets longer, the difference is much more noticeable. Another way to shorten times is to use instant research scrolls for each of the individual crafting skill lines, or an instant all research scroll, which will lower the time on all of your currently active research timers. These scrolls are available through the Crown Store, but are also sometimes given away for free as a daily login reward. You can also buy research scrolls for each discipline with writ vouchers or from guild traders, but these have a 20-hour cooldown before you can use another one. It's best to research the traits that are important to you first. That way you have them early and fast. Master crafters and players who want to craft their own gear will want all of the traits eventually, and getting them is a time sink, but not necessary if you just want to research traits for use in transmutation. Crafting tables with set bonuses require a certain number of traits on the piece you want to craft before you're able to craft it. The Order's Wrath set is a good example. If you wanted to craft yourself an Order's Wrath chest piece, you'd need 3 traits already researched on specifically the chest piece. As mentioned, materials for crafting are obtained from deconstruction, but you can also use the Hireling passive to receive mail containing materials too. Alchemy and jewelry don't have a Hireling option, but the other 5 crafts do. You'll receive Hireling Mail every 24 hours after the daily reset, but only if you sign in to receive it. So if you are offline for a few days, you will only get 1 day's worth of mail. But you don't need to actually collect the mail to receive it. Just sign in. If your mail is full, you'll still receive automatically generated mail like hirelings, but won't be able to receive mail from other players. Mail will now expire in 6 days, so be sure to claim it if you do let it stack up. You will also only receive Hireling Mail on characters that have the passive when they first sign in for the day. If you don't have points in the skill, you won't get the mail and can't prompt it until the next day. Each rank of the passive increases the amount and quality of the items in the mail. In addition to mail and deconstruction, you can also pick up materials spawned throughout the world, and the Keen Eye passive, available to all crafts excluding provisioning, will make them much easier to spot with a glow effect. About half of the materials that you pick up from resource nodes are based on your character's level, and half are based on how many points you have in the craft tree's top passive. Provisioning materials are found in lootable barrels, sacks, and crates that you find in the world, rather than as a resource node to collect. Passive levels don't impact these drops. And crafting writs, though they take materials to complete, can be a great source for inspiration, gold, and even more materials. Again, make use of those armory builds. When you log off, make sure you have research traits on, and if you have enough points, hireling passives. When you're breaking things down, make sure to use deconstruction passives. I find jewelry and enchanting to be the harder disciplines to max out, but the more gold you're willing to spend, or the more time farming, the faster leveling can go. Just be sure to break things down rather than selling them while you're leveling up. Thanks for watching this video, and good luck leveling those crafters.